Hey guys, have a really super low budget and easy to get option for you guys out there. We're looking for some emergency food to put into your bug out bag or your long-term food storage, or maybe even just to bring backpacking or keep in your car emergency kit, whatever your needs are. But I do hear a lot from people that they have difficulty getting a hold of this kind of product because they can't maybe order online, or they don't have a credit card, etc. Maybe you're just a young guy. You know, there's a lot of the young people who watch this channel who are too young to have credit cards and all that. So wanted to put this out there. Walmart now carries these UST emergency food bars, you know, the Life Raft food. I was kind of surprised. I didn't know they did, and I went in there just kind of looking at a thermos. And so I was in the camping section, and I happened to notice that they had like the Mountain House foods and all that. And I was looking at the prices of them. I noticed there was a big package of these, and the price on them was $5.50 a piece, which is actually a really good price, because if you go online, the cheapest I've seen it is around $7 with free shipping. This, of course, $5.50 at the store is, you know, about $1.50 cheaper per bar, which is pretty awesome. And if you take the comparable brands, like I think it's the Daytrex, and I think there's an SOS brand, there's probably about 10 different people who make these emergency bars. They all charge between like $7 and $10 a piece. So this is actually the most inexpensive option out there, which is kind of neat. There are cheaper options, but they're not going to be 2,400 calories. So these are right at your Walmart, right at that sporting goods. But the great thing is if they don't have it at your Walmart, Walmart is actually really good about getting you products. So if you want these, you can buy them, and they'll have them shipped directly to your Walmart. You can just pick them up there, which is pretty cool, because you get that super low price, and you know, you can go right to Walmart to get it and pay cash. You don't got to worry about credit, the internet, privacy, anything like that. Especially maybe your wife's not, you know, doesn't really know about your prepping habit yet. This is a great way to pay cash and keep it on the down low. So I originally bought 4 of these. As you can see, one is missing. I did eat one, and I'm going to be very upfront and honest. They're pretty difficult to eat. These things are pretty much a solid brick. They're very difficult to eat. They're pretty hard. They're kind of a crumbly texture. They kind of fall apart, you know, but they're pretty hard. They're pretty dry. These ones here, I think, are the apple cinnamon. Yeah, that was the only flavor they had. They don't taste the greatest. Would I eat them if I was starving? Hell yes. Absolutely wouldn't even hesitate. But for a regular snack around the house, no, this isn't going to cut it. I really don't even see myself using it backpacking. They're pretty tough to eat. And the other complaint I do have is that the bar is not individually wrapped underneath here. It's just one big gigantic cake. I was really hoping it was going to be 6 smaller individual cakes that were individually wrapped, but that's not the case. Once you open it, the whole thing is exposed, which is kind of a bummer, because I really just wanted to take one, you know, corner out. But so I ended up having to eat the whole thing, and I tell you, it was an all-day ordeal. It's difficult to eat. It's dry. It's very chewy. It's like chewy and crumbly, and they're difficult. So this is something you're definitely going to want to use in a real survival situation. Shelf life on these is 5 years. They weigh 1 pound 2 ounces, but I weighed them on my scale here, and they were actually 1 pound 4 ounces. So I'm assuming that's just the packaging. 2,400 calories, 5-year shelf life. One of the other cool things about these as well is it does have a very easy to read and printable manufacture date. A lot of these have them in very small print, but no, these are very, very easy to spot. So you can look at them right in the store, and you can see September 15, which was only a month and a half ago. So these are actually fresh manufacture. I went through all the box, and they were all September 15. So the ones, at least at my store, were recent manufacture. You know how it is, sometimes you buy something like that, you get it home, and you realize it was made 2 years ago, and you only got 3 years left on the shelf life. It's probably not going to show very well, but the nutrition on these things, very typical of these. Scan down here. You see they have a lot of vitamin content to them. They're made in USA, which is awesome. They're not some horrible Chinese import. You see there's a lot of vitamins this adds to you. You can see the protein. It's got a good amount of protein. Talking 42 grams of protein per bar. A lot of carbs. Got some good fiber. You're talking 12 grams of fiber. Fat. It's got fat. So I mean, it's got everything you need to survive. You're not going to be deficient by eating these in a situation, but it's going to be unpleasant. I'm going to tell you that. It's, you know, you need a lot of water to choke these things down. So just remember that these are kind of dry. They dry you out. You're going to need extra water to choke them down, and you're going to need, you know, if you're storing these in your bug out bag or something like that, you might as well put them into a Ziploc bag, because once you open it, you know, you have nothing to store it in. Once that vacuum is broken, you have nothing to store it in, and it's exposed to the elements. And trust me, there is no way on earth you are going to eat one of these in one sitting. I mean, if you can do it, you're a champ. But here they are, guys. They're $5.50, available at Walmart. Great for those people who are the low-key, cash-only private preppers, the people who want to build a really inexpensive bug-out bag, but don't want to, you know, get into making, bringing cook kits and things like that. This allows you to do quite a bit. You know, if you got a bug-out bag, you don't want to bring cookware, you don't want to bring a lot of those things, you can do this. They're no cook. You know, you need that extra water to choke them down. So pretty cool, pretty neat. $5.50. You wanted to share it, and like I said, if they're not at your local Walmart, go right onto their website and you can have them delivered to your local Walmart and pick them up, and it will be $5.50. And Walmart's actually really good about that. I've ordered quite a few things that people like. I watch other people's videos where they have something at their Walmart, and if my Walmart doesn't have it, you just go on the website, you order it, they send it to the store, you get it like 2 days later. So there you go, guys.